just take the leap, just start. There's never going to be a perfect time. Whether it's daily tasks or children or money or what, like there's never going to be a perfect time. They can tell you the same thing about like when it's time to have a baby, right? There's never going to be a perfect time. Because I was a military spouse at the time, we were constantly moving that business. I had to kind of reestablish myself and do the marketing all over again every time we moved. And so I got really good at the business startup aspect of getting your name out there.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here, Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, here with another episode of Local Legends of the Flint Hills, where business meets community. I've got a really special guest here with me, Nikita with Pixie Marketing. Nikita, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to hear about what you guys have and what you're doing here with Pixie and all that stuff. But first, I want to tell me a little bit about what inspired you to start Pixie Marketing?
So I have been a business owner myself since 2013. I started with a photography business and did that for 10 years. And then I had a rage room for a little bit and an entertainment venue for a little bit. And I have done all of my own marketing for all of those. The photography business being the most strenuous, I guess, because I was a military spouse at the time, and so we were constantly moving that business, and I had to kind of reestablish myself and do the marketing all over again every time we moved. And so I got really good at the business startup aspect of getting your name out there and all of that. I got really good at website SEO. I got really good at just kind of marketing in general, I guess you could say. And so when I decided that I was done with that photography chapter, I was trying to figure out what to do next with my life, what I wanted to be when I grew up. And marketing seemed like a logical direction because I had been doing it for so many years, and I've done it for, so many different types of businesses at this point, that it just kind of made sense, and it just kind of fell into place when it needed to, I guess you could say. Yeah. I was with Boys and Girls Club for 6 months doing their social media management, and in the kind of middle of doing all of that, I was like, I feel like I could do this for other people too, not just, multiple other people, I guess, as opposed to limiting myself to just one place. And it was only a part-time gig anyway, and so I was like, let's just jump in and see what happens.
The telltale tale of a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yes, I know. It's a blessing and a curse, I feel like.
I get it.
Most of my big life decisions have been let's just see what happens, which, for better or for worse, right?
Yeah. Hey, you're here today, right? It's obviously working somehow. Mm-hmm. So, no, I love that. Okay, so tell us a little bit, Pixie, right? That's a little bit of a different type of name. So where did that come from, and what inspired that name?
Yeah, so obviously it's super girly. If you know anything about me, it fits perfectly. I have always loved Tinkerbell, and so it kind of just evolved out of that love. Sure. My photography business was Junebug Photography, which was named after my son, my oldest son. And since I have 2 children now, I was like, let's step away from the children and, let's make this business about you. And so that was where Pink Pixie came from. It originated as Pink Pixie Designs. I was leaning more towards the graphic design aspect of it. Sure. Initially, and then when I decided I wanted to jump into full-blown marketing, that was when I kind of changed that and formalized the logo that I have and finalized everything, and here we are.
Well, the beauty is it's yours, so you can do whatever you want with it, right? That's awesome. I love that. I love that for you, and I mean, it sounds like you're doing well with it too, which is great. With Pink Pixie Marketing, I would imagine you do a whole wide array of things that you do for your clientele and what that is. So, a couple questions I want to know is, let's start with the first one of, what do you offer, and what does that look like for people?
Sure. So I offer a kind of full service spectrum of services for my clients. The main one being social media management. What that entails is, creating a content calendar for my clients, doing the graphic design and making sure that their online brand looks cohesive across all of their social media platforms. We do those, monthly, and then I do Facebook ads and Google ads, management for those, design and management, I guess, for those. And then I do web design, or if you already have a website, I can do website updates, refreshes, stuff like that. I offer SEO services for my clients, just general graphic design. And because I do have that background in photography, I do still offer headshots and product photography for my clients. I needed to step away, but kind of encompassing that a little bit allows me to still kind of keep it in my pocket for a rainy day. And then let's see, that might be it. That might be everything. Well, business consulting, I guess. A little bit of consulting.
I was going to say, stay tuned because there'll probably be an addition later.
I'm trying to run through all of the tabs.
Well, I put you on the
website.
spot too, so of course you're going to forget something, right? So check the website is what she means to say. And be checking for more things to come later too, right? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so that's great. So you really do, from photography to business consulting to actually handling it all.
Yeah.
So you do quite a wide array of everything. I guess my question that I have is it just for people in this area? Is it all over the country? Like, what does that look like? And what are you looking for on that?
Yeah, it's definitely all over the country. I started, here locally and reaching out to local business owners. But I currently have clients in Florida, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Illinois. That might be it. And then of course Kansas. But yeah, we're all over now, which is great. Like, I love that for me.
Heck yeah, I love that for you. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, okay, so I'm curious too. I want to know, obviously you love it all, right? Otherwise you wouldn't do it. However, what has kind of been your bread and butter for when you started this and been doing business?
I think the design aspect of it. So obviously, yes, the graphic design, but then just creating a strategy for my clients that I know is going to work for them to help them grow. A lot of people don't have the ability to, when you start a business, you start it because you're doing the thing that you love, right? And most of the time, that's not marketing unless you're starting a marketing business, obviously. But, it's selling houses, or it's, making pies, or whatever it is. And so the marketing side of it is not something that comes natural to most people. So being able to create that system for my clients and then watch it succeed, I think that's my favorite part. And because all of my clients are in so many different industries, it keeps my ADHD in check because I'm constantly doing different things instead of always the same thing. And winning is a very, very nice little dopamine hit.
Well, like you said, I imagine, like, if you're doing from real estate to a designer to construction company or whoever it is, like, I imagine there's just a lot of different aspects to it too. So I love that. Love that for you on that. So if someone's looking to hire you or looking to get a hold of you to do marketing and all that kind of stuff, what kinds of, we went over the services that you offer, but what types of packages or what types of ways can they hire you to do their marketing, their full service pack, whatever that is? What types of packages do you offer there?
Sure. So most of what I offer is on an a la carte basis, depending on your specific needs. So I have some clients that only do social media management. I have some clients that only do ads management. I have some clients who only want a website or updates to their website, stuff like that. And then I just introduced an all-inclusive package a couple months ago called the Signature Pixie Experience, and it's kind of a full service package for those people that are just like, take it all, because I don't want it.
I want to work in the field, and that's it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that one includes social media, ads, website updates, and then just cohesive branding across, all of their platforms, so
Sure.
that their website and their social media, match brand-wise, voice-wise, all of the above.
Sure. Okay. So if somebody wants to hire you for one of these packages, or all of them for that matter, for the signature one, how do they get a hold of you? How do they book an appointment? Go through all your forms there.
Sure. So I have a plethora of options on my website. As far as I've got some free toolkits that people can download if they're still trying to, DIY some stuff.
Don't.
I have, I have a marketing ebook on there that I wrote that is for sale. You can sign up for a free audit. So if you're struggling with one area in your social media or your website, I can audit that for you and let you know, where things are going wrong and how to fix them.
Sure.
And then I also have the ability to book a discovery call if you are ready to jump into hiring me for services. And so during your discovery call, we talk about the things that you're looking for help with, and then I build out your custom package from there, and then we move forward with onboarding and working together. So you can visit my website at pinkpixiemarketing.com. You can also shoot me an email at nikita.peakpixie@gmail.com, or I guess those are probably the only two that I would prefer for contact-wise.
Sure.
Ideally, you schedule your discovery call, because that gets you in my system and on the calendar, and then it's a date that works for both of us for talking to each other. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Fantastic. With Manhattan, obviously Manhattan's a smaller town, if you will, but Manhattan, what I think is that Manhattan has a great small business community mind. Everyone likes to try to support local, likes to do all that kind of stuff. Has there been anything that you've been particularly involved in and that you've really enjoyed giving back to, or whatever that looks like, whether it's some of the groups that you're a part of, or you're just telling me about something that you just kind of reach out and give out some advice and things that way? What sticks out in your mind there?
Sure. So I am a part of the Black Entrepreneurs of the Flint Hills, and they have a Grind and Growth series that they put on throughout the year.
Nice.
And so I've taught a couple workshops through there, as far as pertaining to social media and ads specifically. And then I just recently joined the Chamber of Commerce, and so I was a member previously when I had one of my other several businesses. And so I guess I'm just looking, I'm excited about getting back into going to some of those events and reconnecting and networking some more. And
sometimes you need a hiatus from that stuff.
Right.
I get it. So Nikita, when people think Pink Pixie marketing, what do you want them to associate it with, and just kind of have that feeling or think about whenever they think about you guys?
I don't know. I feel like I always try to connect with people on kind of a personal level. I don't ever want anyone's experience with me to feel businessy and stuffy, right? That's not who I am as a person at my core, or anything like that. Never have been. And so I want those relationships to be more like friendships, with open communication and just, making sure that we're on the same page.
Sure.
And I want them to feel good about the work that I'm doing for them. Obviously I want what I'm doing to succeed. If what I'm doing works, then their business grows, and that's, a win-win for everyone. So, I just want people to just feel like, I'm taking care of them. They're getting time back that they didn't have, when they were doing their own marketing or whatever, and just, a cohesive relationship where we work together and build off of each other to, help them grow.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Well, I think that, I guess without even knowing anything about your business, I know you obviously, but Pink Pixie, you think of light and you think of bright and you think of a pixie. I mean, you think about that stuff, right? So I think that kind of the brand marketing, as you should, it bodes well for you and what you're kind of looking for. So I love that I love that you're doing that with it. So
I actually call myself a sparkle specialist when on my profile, or I think it's on my website actually, but it's definitely on my personal Facebook profile that I'm listed as the sparkle specialist.
See,
for Pink Pixie.
Nikita, the sparkle specialist. I love it. I love that aspect of it all. All right, so we kind of talked a little bit about it before, but is there a way that why do people in particular, why do they connect with you, and what when your clients do, what's kind of the underlying factor for you?
I think it's just being relatable. I understand the struggles of a small business owner because I have been one several times. It's fine.
It's fine.
So I get the hardships that come with that,
sure.
and the struggles of trying to do everything yourself. It's not feasible.
Right.
I actually, this month, my own personal marketing is focused on stepping back into your CEO era, right? Stepping out of hustle culture and back into your role as CEO, which is where you intended to be when you started your business in the first place. So that's kind of my focus for my own personal marketing this month. And I think every business owner deserves to be in that CEO role. If you're running around doing anything and everything, you're not doing what you set out to do in your business in the first place, right? Yeah. So stepping back into that position and the responsibilities that come with being CEO means that you have to delegate and you have to give tasks away and trust that other people are going to do them accurately and effectively without you having to hover over them, right? So I like to give my clients that peace of mind, knowing that when they hand their marketing over to me, that I am genuinely going to take care of everything for them, and that they just don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I love that. And what you said kind of keyed off for me, and it's being relatable. Mm-hmm. I mean, like you said, whether it's 1 or whether it's 20, you've been there, right? And like you said, when you're moving as a military spouse, you're moving 3 to 5 years and you're starting over completely. Which you're like, yeah, I know. I know.
In different states,
right.
In different markets,
right.
In different countries even. I had to restart in Korea at one point.
Oh, that was tough.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of rediscover yourself every time, right? Yeah. I'm like, let's try it this way this time, or let's try it this way this time. And it's a very did this work? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do that again. But it didn't work in this market, right? So then we have to switch gears and try something else, and yeah.
And that's every entrepreneur's nightmare for the most part, is how do people get to know you, right? And on a quick scale, and that's what I think you've been able to do, or at least in different markets and different times over and over again. So I love that one term, the relatable. I think that actually strikes a really good chord. So Pink Pixie's almost a year old.
I know.
Right? Exciting stuff.
So exciting.
So you back got that year belt under Pink Pixie, but obviously not new to entrepreneurship in general, but for Pink Pixie marketing itself, what does that future look like for you?
Yeah, so ideally I would love to get to a point where I can hire some of my own employees, and not necessarily employees, I guess, probably more contract.
Sure. Sure.
But delegate some of my own stuff.
Take the CEO role.
Take my own advice.
Yeah.
And more so, I think bringing on employees also allows me to help more businesses too, because like there's only so much that I can do on my own, in a day's time. So bringing on other people allows me to then, be able to help other businesses, more businesses. And so I want to expand Pink Pixie. that's what the future looks like.
And across the country, which I think is cool. Which I think that's the best part about your model right now, is that you have the ability to not just stay in Manhattan local, but you have the ability to go across the country too, which is awesome. And I love that for you. All right. So 12 years of being an entrepreneur, right? Serial entrepreneur. That's what I'm going to keep calling you here.
It fits.
It does fit. It does fit. What piece of advice would you give to anybody? Because a lot of times we get people that are watching this, are looking to start a business, looking at business in general. Like what piece of advice would you give to anybody who's either just starting or getting ready to start in business?
Sure. I think I would tell you to just take the leap, just start. There's never going to be a perfect time. Whether it's daily tasks or children or money or what, like there's never going to be a perfect time. They can tell you the same thing about like when it's time to have a baby, right? There's never going to be a perfect time. So just go, just do it. Just take the leap and figure it out along the way, because even the people who have been in business for several years are still figuring things out all the time. And you're never gonna have everything figured out to start. I know, and this is not to talk down on business plans in any way whatsoever, but the only business that I created an actual business plan for almost didn't even make it a year. So, and that's a business plan is a lot of planning, right? Like it was, a several page document. So I'm not saying like, don't make a business plan by any means, but like, don't focus so much on where you're trying to go to start. Just start and figure out your path along the way. Yeah,
that's cool. And that's true. And I think the other piece to add to that too, or to kind of echo, is that you never know what tomorrow's going to bring.
Right.
And I think that's the cool part of just starting and just going into that. So I love that fact for you. All right. Before we kind of wrap it up, I want to ask two more questions. First one, I want you to, anybody that's made it this far, I want them to still get your contact information, how they book with you, what they look like for that consultation. So I want to give you that opportunity right now to give that again, please.
Sure. So you can visit my website at pinkpixiemarketing.com. I have a discovery form to fill out to schedule a discovery call. It's usually about 20 minutes or so. There's also a page called Start Here that if you get to my website and you literally have no idea what you need help with or where you want to go, that's the page to start on. It gives you all of your options broken down, kind of like a choose your own adventure page on my website, and it'll guide you in pretty much whatever direction that you need to go.
All right, well, Nikita, thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really do appreciate you jumping in here with me and spending this Friday morning with me here. So I do appreciate that. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much. Again, Nikita does a fantastic job. I've known her from, I didn't know her from 12 years ago, but I knew her when doing June bug photography and all that kind of stuff, and seeing the Rage Room and seeing all that stuff kind of go through. And so I promise you that you will have some benefit from talking with Nikita, working with her, and making sure that she is there to take that off of your plate on that. And one of the biggest things that in my own business right now is that buying back your time is probably one of the most important things as a entrepreneur, CEO, or just a manager in general. I think that's probably one of the biggest things you can do. And somebody that does social media and all of that stuff all day, every day. I know I don't know SEO, and I'm not going to even try to. So I know real estate, and that's what I do. So I don't need to know SEO. But reach out to Nikita, talk to her, get her moving on your business, and just have that free consultation, right? Look at the free stuff that she does. She does a lot of that stuff for you if you're not quite ready to take that leap with her and working with her and making sure she can take care of you. So But thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. If you haven't done so already, please go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please share this video with somebody. Share it with somebody that's looking or just kind of trying to dabble in the looking at the marketing and looking at all that kind of stuff. You cannot go wrong with Nikita and Pink Pixie marketing. So, Nikita, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it,
me. Yeah.
of course. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.